Yeah.
Yes.
So now let us learn about this ethics and values. What exactly mean by the ethics and values, which you know about it. So whatever it may be, but what exactly mean by values according you? Like I'm talking about the moral values. According to you, what are that values? What values means what?
Value is more like when we um, put our efforts or tell someone like what is right or wrong, or any judgments about anything.
Okay, example.
Mm, Here we can put the example like
Okay, so basically these ethics and values are very important, especially for the sales professional. So as we need to understand the other people's values, then only you can easily make the deals. Usually you can uh, make more transactions. You can speak better so that to make good transactions with the other people. You can because you can understand the other people better. Okay. So guys, anyone else? What exactly mean by ethics and values? So we'll discuss about the ethics later. Just again discuss about the values. So these all are the moral values, not the sales value. So already we have learned about the sales values in the previous classes. Okay. So here we are talking about the values, moral values. So think ethical means relating to beliefs about wrong and right. It is a code of conduct which we follow in business. Yes. Nitin, you are saying, yeah, I'm sharing the WhatsApp link again. So guys, I have shared the WhatsApp link. Please join that. I have shared that WhatsApp link once again in the Zoom chat. You can join. Okay. So now let us discuss about the values. So Nitin, you are right, but again, it is not specific. You are talking about the very general thing. So I wanted to give you the definition for values and ethics. Okay. So values are personal habits, habits which you will never compromise with. Okay. At any point of time, values are something which are more personal.
honesty.
It is completely personal. Values are personal habits which you will never compromise with. Habits. Okay, so I say it is habits only. Personal, it is very okay. So when I say this, you will not understand. which you will never compromise with, which defines your character, or which defines your character. So when I say this, it will, like, you may not understand that. Yeah. Values are personal habits which you never compromise with. Okay. So what exactly mean by ethics then? Ethics means values maintained by a group of people is called ethics. Very simple. Okay, you may not understand this when we say something like this. Okay, but I will show you the practical proof also for this, and I will redefine it so that you can better understand the other people's values. Okay, so in my office there are two girls, girl A and girl B. Girl A is coming to the office every day just 15 minutes ahead, and she is leaving the office after 15 minutes. Like 5:30 she has to leave, but 5:45 she is leaving. And every day she will come at the same time, and she will leave at the same time. And she is meeting her targets without missing. And this is about girl A. Girl B is there, who is coming to the office every day 30 minutes lately, and she will always go to home 30 minutes ahead. Okay, but she is also meeting her targets. She is also not missing any target, but she is also missing the targets. Now, as a manager, I have to give the promotion to either of one. I need to give the promotion to girl A or girl B. Now, can you judge to whom should I give the promotion?
Girl A,
Why?
because she has value. She's more punctual.
She is?
Punctual?
Yes. So, what exactly the values means here? The values here is the punctuality is the values she is maintaining. Okay. Likewise, when you want to get the opportunities in the society, see, these values matters a lot. Okay. So the expression of values is very important, uh, especially for the marketer, right? Because if you speak these values, with these values only you would get connected with the new people easily, and you could able to understand, or you could able to connect with the new people easily. And suppose if you are dealing with a senior customer and he is talking some values, okay, and if you do not catch that, if you do not catch that values, then automatically what happens? So you are not going to get connected with that guy, because he is expecting something and you are doing something. Okay, so my example, like, it is a 100 crore company, and the CEO, like the owner, that founder of that company, so he wanted to discuss with us. Okay, so related to this digital marketing, and one time he discussed that. Okay, with the discussion I got to know that he believes in the people who ever stick to the time. So whenever we say that yes, we have the meeting at 9 o'clock, he expects that that person has to be there at by 9 o'clock, because he maintains that values, and he will only deal with that people. Okay, that is all what I noticed. with the conversation. Okay, so now from then onwards, every time, every day, I'm just meeting and without missing even a single minute. So I will be ahead at least 5 minutes before if we commit with that guy, because that is what the personal values is maintaining. And because so he will judge you depend on that only. That is what his yardstick. Every individual will have different values. Okay, so and there are other people, there are so many other people also have come, maybe I can say more stronger than me in a different ways, but still he could able to connect with me because I speak the right values whatever he believes in, and I always maintain the same thing. Maybe that may not be my uh, personal practice, but to satisfy that customer, to retain that customer, I maintain that, and I'm still maintaining that guy or customer since more than 8 years. Okay, so that is the only point through which we got the customer and we got connected with them. And so we need to understand the core values of every individual. So that is very important. I will show you the practical proof for that also, why the corporate companies are giving, how the corporate companies hire that. I'll show you the proof for that. Okay, so if you observe, these all are the values list. And if you observe this URL, so hiring for fit values. Hiring for fit values. What does it mean? So hiring means the HRs, when you attend the corporate interviews, like if you want to join any MNCs, the MNC people, the HRs, they don't test your skills because they believe that skills you can learn if we give the training, but one cannot learn the values. One cannot teach the values, right? You have to come. So these all are the values, very personal. So the people must have these values within. That is what they expect, especially from the employees. So they judge you because they judge you depend on these values, not depend on not on your skills. The skills you can anyhow. If you do not have the skill today, so if somebody teach you for a hour, so you would learn that. That is not at all a matter for them. Okay, what matters for them is the core values, which matters a lot to them. So they will judge your values only during the interviews. Okay, now we have said that we have the values. So let us identify whether that value is there or not. Punctuality, she said, right? So I think punctuality, yes. Here we have the punctuality. Okay, so likewise, how many values we have? So it is showing in the list. These all are the 377 individual values one must have. Okay, so that means, when do you implement or when do you practice, when do you show up this punctuality? Okay, likewise, there are so many values, so which defines your character. Okay, so can anybody go through this? I am sharing this link now. So there should be one exercise, one activity on this. Okay, so guys, you go through this and identify your core values from the list, whatever the values which you maintain. So there are 377. I need your list. You write it on your notepad. Write it on your notepad. Once if I ask you, please put it in that Excel sheet. I have an Excel sheet, I'll share with that. Write the values which you maintain. I have shared the link. And also identify the values which I maintain. Values which you maintain, or values which you have observed that I am maintaining. Because this is how you should be able to understand other people, right? So guys, please spend some time on it. I'll be back within 5 minutes. I'm here only, but on mute. Guys, everybody are identified? Which link you are talking about, Pooja? WhatsApp group link or this one?
This one.
Okay, okay. Okay, so as and when you have the time, at least once in your whole life, you must go through it. Not only once, it must be your these two papers must be there in your pocket for at least a couple of for a couple of years now. Okay, so you should keep on look at it so that to identify the values in other people. And now the importance of values is like these are the reasons why the people will get into the conflict. So if you maintain the values, you can better get out of from the conflict zone. You will never get into the conflict zone, right? So this is all what happens with the in any relationship, husband and wife, father and son, again mother and daughter, or employer and employee, colleagues, right? Neighbors. So whatever the relationship, you would face the situations because of the values, because they maintain a different values and you maintain a different values. So that is the reason why you get into the conflict. And once if you could able to respect the others values and if it is acceptable to you, then there won't be any conflict zone. So did you identify such kind of situations? Anybody who has faced that kind of situation because of this only, like you couldn't identify their values and you got into the conflict zone?
Yeah, it happened with me.
Okay.
So what was the situation? So situation is that like the industry I work, so doctors they refer patient to us, and we made appointment. We give them the day and time to come on this and this. So we have a lot of appointments, and like we are booked for like we have a waiting list for a month. So, but if any patient need a urgency, if it is emergency, urgent, so the doctor who is referring us, they always write this is urgent. So that means doesn't matter how busy we are, we have to squeeze that patient in a day or two. So when I start my new career, like I just started working here, in the beginning I don't know about this urgency. I was just so what I was doing when I getting the referral according to my schedule, I am just putting like whenever where is comfort for me. Nobody taught me before. So one day I got an email from my senior doctor, and I'm working from Toronto Retina Institute from the TRI, and they warned me, and the warning was that there was a urgent referral note. It should be the patient should be seen and scanned within a 3 or 4 days, within max 5 days, but I put it after 2 weeks because it was a bleeding in his eye. So I didn't pay attention on the referral, and patient lost his vision. Like there was a big thing which happened later, but yes, that was the first thing what I learned. Like I have to be like every day now when I go before like starting my work, I always check my mails and I separate urgent and semi-urgent.
Mm-hmm.
So then I know, like, if I'm working with this hospital, so what's the first priority is you are always on your heels. You have to be very active, fast, and you have to know what is the emergency, what is the urgent. It's not like who don't need, like, who is coming for yearly checkup, they are not my urgent patient. Who is urgent? Who got a bleeding a day before in her eye. So
Mm-hmm.
that the thing I learned. So that's a one situation happened with me. So then I, after that, I think I changed my values and everything. I changed my how I working before and now how I'm working now.
Okay. But as you are saying that that is values, but does it comes under the values what you are talking about?
It's not it's not like it I don't know, we can consider it under the values because I was punctual. It is a like a just a thing. I think I should to be more alert.
Yes, it is values, but when you are maintaining the values within a group, then we call it as ethics.
Ethics.
Yes. Okay. So the same thing, but values are more personal, and ethics are something like we need to maintain
Oh,
in a group. Okay. So
right.
like you maintain in the same way, the all the other doctors also maintain, like your team members also maintain the same thing,
Exactly. So this
right?
is ethics. So this is not about the value, right?
Okay, ethics are the same values maintained by the group. Everybody has to maintain that because so your output is maybe the input for the other people. So that is how we meet the targets. Otherwise,
Right.
we
Your voice got cut off, sir. Hello? Hello? I lost the connection.
so can anybody identify the same thing, the values and ethics now? Because we need to do an activity on that. So did you identify your values which you maintain? Did you identify the values which I maintain?
Yeah.
So can you read out?
Yes.
Yeah, can you read out that? Is it done or you are still doing?
I was actually still doing.
Okay, okay. Please go through it. Go through it.
Okay, thank you.
So guys, I'm sharing the WhatsApp link so that you can join the WhatsApp group.
Open-minded, um, originality. I like to accept the challenges. Stability, dignity, uh, connections. I like to make the connections with the new and the old people. I stick with them. Good control, cooperation. I cooperate, and courageousness. Curiosity is always there to learn new things. I'm more determined, disciplined. Education, I always put on priority, elegance, efficiency, encouragement. Enjoy, yes. Entertainment, yes. Excellency, yeah, partial again. Expertise, family person, yes. Fashion oriented, yes. Fitness, I like. Flexibility, I like. And I'm more focused. Fluency. Then self control, trust, vision, winning power, frankness and freedom, and more giving person. This is what I am. And sacrifice.
Mhm.
I think I
Okay.
have all these values.
Okay. So what are the values which you need? Like you have now identified that I need to maintain something, but earlier you are not knowing that these values also important. So did you notice anything, any values
Uh, y- mm,
such that you should start following that, or it you wanted to add this as a new value in your personality?
yes. Kindness.
Okay.
Uh, the one thing I said I'm still on passionate is was about creativity. I'm not very creative person.
Okay.
My logics is like sometimes poor. I'm not a creative person. I really need to focus on that. Um,
So do you think that that creativity would bring in the opportunities for you? See, any values which should take you to which should take you into the growth side or growth phase, right? So do you think that that creativity, if you add or if you focus on that now from now onwards, so do you think that would you able to go to like would you able to go in that direction of the growth? Would
till
you?
now, I was thinking like I can survive without the creativity. The way I was still working, like if I'm not creative, still I'm okay. I can survive without it, right? But now in this profession, we guys really need to be more creative.
Yes.
So that I need to implement.
So now, do you think that you would like if you adopt to that value, would you get more opportunities, or you can see the growth in your personal life or professional life?
Definitely. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
If you believe in that, then only you take up that. Otherwise,
Yes,
it will mess up the other things.
exactly.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Anyone else? Anyone else are sharing the values now? Oh, almost everybody got. But I actually I was informed that more than 32 students have enrolled. Maybe they have enrolled it for the video course. Yeah. Who is that?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I joined at 8:30.
Hmm.
There is a connection problem, so I
Okay.
didn't know what's happening before.
Okay. Okay. So we have just discussed about the values. It is a very simple concept. So I'll share that
Yeah.
screen with you now. Okay. I think it has just gone. So we have just discussed about the uh, values and ethics. So what exactly mean by values is values are the personal habits which you will never compromise with, which defines your character. So these all are the values. So in the same way, we must know as a marketer, we must also know about the ethics. What are the ethics? The values maintained by a group of people. Okay, values maintained by a group of people called as ethics. Okay, like so values, if you want to identify, so just it is an example. If I tell you, so there is like in my office there are two girls are working, girl A and girl B. Girl A is coming to the office every day 15 minutes ahead, and she is leaving the office 15 minutes after the, like she has to leave by 5:30, but she is leaving after at 5:45, and she meets her targets every month. And there is a girl B who comes to the office 30 minutes late, and she goes home 30 minutes early, and she is also meeting the target. Now I need to give the promotion. To whom should I give? Samtar?
To the girl who on time,
Yes, who is on time. So what is that value she is maintaining?
The punctuality, time punctuality.
Yes, punctuality is what she is maintaining. And ethics means when we say the ethics, okay, when we talk about the ethics again, so ethics are maintained by the group of people. Like if you are working in a team, or see, it is very simple. Like you are living in a family, you cannot talk about bad about your dad, right? So that is a simple ethics, basic ethics, right? So when you are
Yes.
working in a company also, you should not reveal your company secrets with the competitors, other people, right? So those
Yes.
are the basic ethics. And again, if you are a team, like group of people and working for the same objective in a company, and there also you should maintain the ethics. Like again, there also, because your output may be the input for someone else. So
Yes.
if you achieve something on time, and they will achieve their targets on time, they can reach the goal easily. So in that way, collectively, everybody can reach the goal easily, right? So
Yes, sir.
those things are the ethics. So these values, because as a marketer, being a marketer, we must know about these values and ethics. Because of this only, you would see the success or growth in your professional career. Because when you maintain the good values, you would get a lot of opportunities. You can better understand the people. Got it? So that is
Yes,
how
sir.
you can maintain. So you can maintain something like you can better understand the customer, and that is the reason why the more number of customers would get connected with you. Okay, so that is how you can easily grow in your. So these all are the things essentials, because see, we might have see already, you might know about this, but not again we are learning this at this age to concrete. Because see, in the school age, we might have learned about this, but our perception was different at that time, right? But
Yes.
now we are more keen about these, and we try to identify the new values which the other people maintain. And if we are still lacking something, we should maintain. Because of these values only, you will get into the conflict zone. Because somebody says something and you do something, and that is how you get into the conflict zone. So once if you are clear about your values and every individual values, then you will never get into that like conflict zone. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Suppose, and again, the values are, when I say the values are personal, and I cannot impose on others. I cannot expect the same values from the others. That also you need to understand. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Suppose I have a value, like every day before 7:30, I would take the bath. Okay, whether it may be summer, winter, or whatever the rainy season, whatever it may be, but before 7:30, I would take my bath. I would complete my bath. So in that case, if some guests have come, or my brother has come after a long time, can I expect the same thing from my brother also?
No.
No, you cannot, right? And can I expect the same values from my kids also?
No.
No, because these values are personal. Okay.
Personal. Yes. Yes,
So,
sir.
but in when you are working in a group, we need to define the values over there. If you are managing the group, because of, if you are not defining the values over there for a group, that is the reason why everybody will think differently. So when you are working in a team, it is your responsibility to let the people know about the values which we need to maintain. First, let us finalize the values which we need to maintain in that group first, on which everybody should get the acceptance. Everybody should accept it, and then we keep on maintaining the same values. So that is how we can see the growth in a, if you working in a team, if you work in a team.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you are a business owner also, you need to define the ethics in the work culture, like with among your employees. You need to define the ethics. Then only everybody maintains that. Got it? So
Yes.
suppose you are working in a group, but you are not defining the values, you are not letting the other people know. Again, there will be always a conflict zone, right?
Yes, sir.
So we should maintain the group. We should maintain the ethics in that group. So this is all about that. And in the corporate companies, I have shared a link over there. So this is the proof for you that the corporate
Yeah.
companies conduct the interviews only on this. They try to identify the values in the individual. Okay, because
Yes,
if
sir.
you do not have the skills, they can train you, but they cannot train you on these values and ethics. Okay, so that is the
Yes,
reason
sir.
why they conduct all the interviews for that. Suppose now you have said that punctuality, so whether the punctuality is there, yes, there is a punctuality, it is a value. Okay, so this is all
Yes, sir.
what we have learned, and I asked the other people to identify the values which you maintain
Yes, sir.
and identify the values which you have already observed in me. Can
Hmm.
anybody say what are the values which you have observed in me? Because identifying your values, identifying the other values, and identifying the new values which you need to maintain, these all are the important aspect. Now, I am sure that you would never miss or you would never get into the conflict zone from now onwards.
Yes, sir, definitely.
At least, because of that ignorance. Earlier we were ignorant, but now we are not ignorant. Yes.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
anybody share the values which I maintain, which you have observed.
Yeah. Your availability, achievements, you're ambitious, adaptability, clear mindedness, awareness, uh, being the best, commitment, whatever you say, you always do. You have a lot of confidence. You are really good creative. You have a good creativity. You care, like how you care for our, like to make our good future, and like you always answer our question really nicely. Kindness and compassionate. Knowledgeable, yes. You have a quality of leadership. Maturity is not by age, by your thoughts. Yes. Mindful, motivation, neatness, the way you teach and you explain everything, it's really neat, like very nicely, easy way. Competition, elegance, education, excitement, growth, like how you experience, how you share your experience with us so we can see the growth. Fun, yes, you do the some, like you crack the joke sometime. Winning power, yes. Wisdom, I'm not sure about the dominancy, but I think somewhat somehow when you are at on this level, when you have the leadership quality, so dominancy by itself it comes in our nature. Excellence is yes, expertise definitely, focused, um, flexibility, fluency, growth, kindness, happy person, heartful, helpful, honesty, honorable, hopeful, independent, inspiration, intelligent, passionate. You have peace, you have power, popularity, punctuality. I already said that. Sorry, I repeated. Respect, yes. Strength and success. This is what I think you have all these values.
Okay, great. So, guys, are you able to identify your personal values and the values in other people? So, you should be able to identify these things. Okay. So, and that is how you can solidify your relationships also, existing relationships. Maybe with your childhood friends or maybe the other friends, right? So, that is how the people understand you. So, you need to give more focus on here so that we can get more and more opportunity. So actually today we wanted to complete even the another concept which is called as perception. So the time is not sufficient for that. So we have the next concept which is perception. Okay. So these all are the things as a marketer we must know. So this is the last concept in the basics of marketing.
Okay.
So we'll discuss about this because these things, whatever we have discussed as in the basics, if you maintain these things, definitely you would succeed. And no need to go through any other extraordinary skills. Yes, you may know about it, but these all are the basics which should never compromise with. You should definitely follow these things. In any business project or in any marketing activity, you must follow all these things. Okay, so we have this concept and we'll continue.